Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and start removing the wheel, and this is so we can remove the rotor and brake pads. Well, let's go about this. Right here is right where the pin goes. I'm trying to use natural lighting. Hold on a second. Okay, that's a little better. Little better. Right here is right where the pin I was talking to you about on the first episode. Normally it's a pin that goes down through and it's bent up and around. This one here, the Navy Thomas 6 actually replaced this with what I call a hairpin because it looks just like that. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to use natural lighting because my other lighting is just still too harsh right now. Okay, we're going to remove that, save that back. Okay, next what I would suggest doing, get yourself a straight screwdriver, or some people call it flathead screwdrivers. Go between the pads in the rotor, spread the pads apart away from the rotor. That way you can slip it up and over. If you're going to reuse the rotor, be very careful not to score the rotor or bend it or whatever. And this is just because I have a large lip on the rotor right here, which is telling me it's wore out. And just get them apart so you can get it off. And it still might be a struggle for me. I don't know if I'm getting it quite enough. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it. It's loose, so I got enough. Okay, next step, we're going to go ahead and get into our toolkit for the KLR650. This is what comes in the toolkit. You're going to get the smaller of these wrenches. I'm kind of trying to show you so you can see it. That's the 19 millimeter. You grab your handle for the wrenches, and you grab the 27 millimeter. The 27 millimeter will go on the right side. The 19 will go on the left. All you got to do is loosen the crown nut off the axle. Easier said than done while I was twisting up. Just loosen the crown nut up like so. Okay, spin it when it comes loose, spin it out like this. These I call it a crown nut, and I'll show it to you in a minute. If you look real close, if we can see it, it's got a little like top of a crown. Some people call it a castle nut. I call it a crown. Now this is the axle. You want to turn it, wiggle it out. Kind of hold. You have to hold up the. You'll lose the washer for that, which I just did, and you also have a spacer for your axle adjustment, wheel adjustment. I just lay it down on the floor on the side, that way I know which side it goes on. Okay, since this is loose, I hold the wheel up with a foot, pull the axle out all the rest of the way. There's my axle. Now I lay that down. Let me have some rags to lay it down on, but I'll be cleaning it. Okay, now I'll move the wheel forward a bit. It will move forward a little bit, and you can't see what I'm doing right here, but just loosen the chain up around the sprocket. Should come off pretty reasonably easily, and lay it on the swing arm. Basically this side, this is the swing arm. You lay it right on the edge of it just to get it off. Now, you should have enough room to play with this. Now, you grab a hold of caliper and you pull it. Whoa. Pull it back, it'll slide back. Your wheel come off. Okay, now you've seen it won't release. That's telling me that it's not releasing past the ridges. That if you got a good rotor, you won't have to worry about that. But this rotors need to be replaced, so we are falling into problems. So we're going to use a straight screwdriver. I got a little heavier one here. I'm not worried about hurting this rotor because since we're replacing it, just bring it off just like that. Now, you don't want to put too much stress on your brake line. I've got stainless steel braided brake lines. You still don't want to put stress on it. So what you do, you use a bungee cord, kind of use for strapping things down, and right here's the edge, and you see up in your brake corner, and you hook it onto your, I like to hook it onto that hook right there. There's a hook that holds your brake line. I like to hook it on there just to leave it hang. That way you're not putting a lot of any pressure on the line itself. Now, as you're pulling your wheel off, you will know you got spacers on each side of the wheel. Let me turn the camera a little so you can maybe see it. Okay. You got spacers on each side of the wheel. You take those off. I'm holding a flashlight, I should be showing to you. They go right here. Right there. You pull them off. You set them aside. You make sure you remember which side they go on. You get one for each side. They're not hard because they're well, you see they're small. The one side's smaller than the other. Now let's switch to the bench.